Hey everybody, it's Daniela from Sister Mediums, and it is October 2nd, and I'm feeling a little under the weather, so excuse my frog voice that will come in and out. Pretty stuffed up, but I know that's just running on empty, so I'm definitely going to listen to what my angels are telling me, which is rest all night long. But before I do that, I wanted to make sure I got this angel card reading out. I got the call today from the angels when I was in an angel card reading with a client that people need to hear this. So I sat here, I pulled some cards. I'm using 3 decks, and it's really important that this month we kind of get started very quickly. There's some interesting stuff that's coming up, so I'm going to just start right away. Okay, so I've used Archangel Tarot, which is a powerful deck. A lot of times, those of you who are in my readings know I only pull this out for those who can actually handle it. So considering this is a powerful deck with a lot of insight, it's very direct, the message, and most of you will get it. Some of you might not, and that just means it wasn't for you, okay? So just skip along if you don't feel it resonates. The second is romance. That's what came out when I asked about a situation specifically that you need clarity on. Romance was the deck that they asked me to pull from, and the Archangel Oracle. So this one here, I've gotten 3 cards. 2 cards came out, but it felt like 3 because they all coincide together. Anyway, let's just start, okay? So our first card here is the Page of Michael. So I'm trying to get this, I have this stupid light on here because it's just so dark in here right now. The Page of Michael is a card that tells us that there's new beginnings, something happened, somebody has started something great along the way, but there's going to be a little bit of a temporary pause. So, oh my God, how do I do this without this light? Maybe I can go back. There we go. There you can see it a lot better if I actually hold it here. So there's a storm brewing here, which means that somebody has missed something in what they're doing. If there's a new venture that you've done business-wise, you need to make sure that you dot your I's, cross your T's, because you've missed something. Could be with legal matters. It could be with paperwork. It could be a document or a contract, something you've put up online on your website. There's something missing, and somebody's going to come at you with it. So you need to double check that ASAP. In this, unfortunately, there's a lesson to be learned, and with it, though, comes wisdom. So the owl is here. For those of you who know, our grandfather represents the owl. And when I see this one, it's not just his wisdom, but your elders. So if there's a father or patriarch for you who helps with any kind of crisis you may be having, or where you need advice, turn to them for this because they have the knowledge to help you through it. There is definitely growth. If you take a look at Little Boy Blue, this is also a card of family, of past, of heritage. And when I see that card, or I see this page, it basically tells me that, look at what he's doing with the kite. And then here, again, I feel like I have to put it close up. So if you see the kite has to go along with the wind, right? The flow of the wind. You have to be able to accept that challenge and kind of move with it based on how it's coming to you. So someone's going to be very blunt and to the point with what's happening around you. Do some research, ask questions. It's only a temporary delay. So if you look, you see that storm, there is some clearing up ahead. So it's not going to be a humongous thing. It's not going to be the end of the world, but it will be a learning experience for you. And this is an important thing, especially with the start of the month. Get that taken care of right away. So I felt that this was important. Like I said, if this doesn't resonate with you, it's not meant for everybody, but those of you who resonate with you will understand it right away. Now the interesting thing is, before I pulled these cards, I just made a phone call to someone about a legal document myself. I mean, not really, I guess it's a legal document realistically. And now I'm thinking maybe I need to cross my T's and dot my I's too. So I'm going to definitely look into that and check before I send it off. The second thing, and I'm sorry, I feel like I'm whipping through these really quickly, but I kind of have to. The angels are like, just get to the point today. Don't do your usual chatter that you usually do. I asked about a situation. What's the situation that our viewers are working with this month that they need clarity on? I was asked to use the Romance Angel deck. And the card I got was the Attraction card. So if you take a look at this card, I'm going to have to bring it this way. She's smelling the roses. So there's a couple of things here. It's about attracting that romance and love into your life. So are you the type of person who does not have, a partner, a mate, a soulmate, in a loving relationship, and you want that in your life, but yet you're putting out so much worry about what you're attracting, and instead you're actually doing the opposite. Instead of attracting that person into your life, you're attracting worry, because what you're doing is putting that worry out into the universe. This is saying stop that altogether. There is attraction with somebody, whether it's the current partner that you're with. The attraction exists and it's there. You just need to take a step back and start being a little more joyful in your life and the things that you do. So smell the roses. Stop. Enjoy your coffee. Don't, like me, actually I drank this one, but usually let it sit there for a long time before I even finish it. Take that time to enjoy certain things in your life, because when you're joyful, you bring and attract more joy in, which means people are going to be more attracted to the you that is joyful, not the you who's worried or confused or upset. Does that make sense? I hope you guys understand that. The law of attraction it's an amazing tool that we can use. This is telling me the chemistry is huge between you and someone, and that you really need to address it. The thoughts that are going on in your mind, they're not not valid. They're valid. But you're pondering and you're questioning and you're not getting direct answers, and you're putting mixed signals out into the universe. So you're not really being concrete with what it is you need to do. And that's why you're conflicted and feel confused with this, whether it's the relationship you're in or whether it's a new one. So concentrate on kind of pushing that aside and saying, let me just be more joyful in the now, in the present. What have I missed here? Enjoying the simple things in life, like smelling the roses, going to the store, buy yourself some flowers, put them in your house. Maybe for a man, they don't want the flowers because most women are the ones buying the flowers for the house. Although someone I'm sure will totally tell me that that's not true and that men buy flowers too. But I'm just saying, what brings you joy? What makes you happy? Listen, sometimes I'm going to say it this way. I know people who love Canadian Tire. Okay, for those of you who live in Canada, you know what Canadian Tire is. And people go up and down those aisles, and it doesn't matter if you have 6, screwdrivers, you're buying a 7th because it brings you joy. Do whatever brings you joy, because then you're in that type of atmosphere and in that flow. And when you're in that kind of flow, you're going to bring that attraction back to you in all ways. So the situation you need clarity on, it's just confirming the attraction is there. It hasn't gone. It's still at the back of your mind, and for some, maybe at the forefront of your mind. So stop concentrating so much on that. The answer is yes, the attraction's already there, but are you bringing it to you the way you want it to be brought? No, because you're not living in the now. You're not living in that process of bringing joy every day and happiness. Don't let that conflict you, because then you're giving conflicting messages to the universe. Okay, I don't think I even took a breath during that. Make sure I didn't miss anything. My thought process is not all there today. Yeah, that's it. Your romance angels are telling you what to do, okay? There's like lint or something flowing around here. Okay, so listen to that. Also a card of abundance. I have to bring that up too, because with this attraction, are you worried about losing money? There's something about losing money here. Feeling like you need to hang on to it. Do you see how she's hanging on to that wall? Even though I want to smell the roses, I'm scared to let go of this. That's also what's coming forward. So pay attention to that if that message is for you. The third card that comes up is from the Archangel Oracle deck. This is interesting because this is what we were doing this weekend. Julie and I ran a workshop in here, which is our intro to meditation and mediumship, where we actually begin connecting with spirit, and our students did amazing this week. We've actually heard the call to bring it back much sooner than spring, so stay tuned. You'll be the first ones to hear this. So the next card that came up, I asked, well, how do I help myself in this situation? So the first one is the whole legal stuff or something we're missing, a new beginning, which is successful. But then it brings us to the romance, and it brings us to a relationship. It could even be a friendship. What are we missing there? Third card tells us exactly what we're missing and what we need to do to help yourself in this situation. The card is clairaudience. For those of you who are in our class, you just learned all about the clairs, and there's quite a few of them. It's really the senses and how we use those senses to communicate with spirit and with the divine and with our loved ones. It's all about hearing, okay? So it's all about getting messages, those messages in the inner voice that you hear in your head. That's not really your voice. And I know that many of you are thinking, well, no, I don't hear other people talking in my head. If you stop, get yourself quiet, get yourself in a space, you will be able to bring in those messages. The divine will answer you if you ask. You definitely have this capability. It's that inner knowing. All of you have it, where it's like that inner voice that's kind of saying to you, oh, I think I just heard them tell me that I shouldn't go that way today when I'm driving. I should go the other way. It's that inner knowing. In this case, they're saying hear it. So try to hear it within yourself. If you're meditating, if you're, just sitting watching TV and dozing off, did you hear someone say something? Did you hear something on the TV? Try to get it both ways. It's the sense of connecting to the divine. So it's almost like hearing it as a thought that isn't your own, but as well as hearing it in actual sound through your ears. So a song on the radio. Did you just hear a song on the radio? Did they say a line in the radio that all of a sudden went, oh my God, were they talking to me? Think of a name, okay? I don't know. I'm just saying Betty because that's the name that came out for some reason. So if there's a Betty out there, maybe this is one specifically for you and you're waiting to hear that name. But I have to say, if there's a song and in the line it says, make sure you call Betty, okay? Whatever the heck the line is, I wasn't going to really sing, especially with this voice that I have right now. That's a sign for you. It means to call Betty. So listen, ask for it again, ask for it a second time, ask for it a third time. They're saying that they're giving you the answers. So you need to be ready and listening for it to come to you. You can't just ask and then just pretend it's going to fall in your lap. I mean, maybe for some people it will, but for the majority of people, it's not going to fall in your lap. You need to be aware. Also listening to others. Have others said something that kind of struck a chord with you in a way that you went, oh my God, that's my situation. Are they talking about me? Yeah, maybe they are. That's the way the angels are going to get you to understand what's happening with the romance, what's happening with that situation of, having to go through a little bit of a kind of setback. You will still succeed, but there's a setback there, okay? Yes, we talked about listening, quiet time, meditating. Those are the things that you can do in order to hear the divine. The inner voice, yes. Ask them to repeat it. I don't know if I said that or not, but it's one of the biggest things is saying to spirit, the divine, to God, whoever it is that you want to pray to, your angels. There's so many people who are here ready to help. Ask them to give it to you more than once. Do you ever all of a sudden pop on Instagram or Facebook and something that you were talking about the week prior, all of a sudden you get this sign that you're like, I swear we were talking about that. Now, maybe you have Google Home and I swear they're recording everything that you say. That's a whole nother story, but pay attention because those signs that come up and come up and come up, they're for you. Just most of us just ignore them. And we're like, no, it wasn't for me, because you don't want to actually feel or understand what's in your face. They're giving it to you for a reason. So you need to actually do something about it. Okay, so leads me to the next card where, I thought to myself, okay, so we're hearing the messages. We get the messages 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Now what? What do we do? Well, what actions do you need to take? They're telling you flat out, you know what to do. That's a great answer. Thanks. Right? You ask them, what should I do? You know what to do. Well, that to me doesn't feel like an answer, but they're looking at it as, this is Archangel Uriel. And Uriel is great to help you with the next steps of what to do. So all he's saying is ask me. I'm going to tell you. And at the same time, he's lighting the path for you to see what the next steps are. So this is a card about trust. This is a card about trusting your inner knowledge and making sure that you're acting upon it. That gut feeling again that says to you, yeah, you know what? I should probably pursue that relationship. Or no, I shouldn't. This one is for my client today. Milen, I told you that I would absolutely call you out if this came up. And it is. So you know exactly what to do, okay? Now, for everyone else who resonates in some way, if you're still doubtful, ask for more signs. It's back to this. They're letting you hear it. But if you're still doubtful, ask for more, because Uriel will tell you what next steps to take. Ask people for help. Ask others, ask your friends to come in and somehow get something started. I don't even know if we're talking about career, relationship, feel still relationship from this, romance, but stop waiting. Only you'll know when it's time to do things. What else do we want to say? Yeah, it's so true. I talked about this earlier when I was interpreting my card, is the fact that he's lighting the way for you. Stop waiting. You know, we wait so long for things to happen, and we turn around and we're like, oh, when the kids are older, oh, when I lose 20 pounds, you know, oh, when I have that dream job. It's all crap. There's no other way to say it. We can't keep waiting for things to happen, because time is not on our side. Time doesn't wait for you. You need to make steps to move yourself forward in a way that's going to have you grow as a person and have you come into your own with authenticity and realism in your life. Not that your mind or your thoughts are constantly somewhere else. He's shining the light ahead. Maybe not too far ahead, so you're not really sure where you're going to go or where you're going to end up, but he's lighting the path enough for you to have the courage to trust that all these messages you're receiving in regards to all this stuff is for you, okay? Listen to the signs. It's pretty much to the point, pretty direct. There's nothing else I can say about it. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I wrote down that I wanted to say. No. Yeah, you'll know whether this is worth it or not, because, yeah, he's lighting the way to tell you. If you don't try, you don't know. If you don't say it, if you don't ask, you'll never get that answer. We can drive ourselves just crazy with thoughts all day long of the same thing. And it's taking the risk. It's taking the chance. If you feel it in your heart and your gut tells you to go ahead with it, whether it's opening up a new, business. I heard salon. Is somebody opening up a salon? This is your call. Go ahead. You might not know where that road's going to end up. The path is still dark at the end, but it doesn't mean that it's not being illuminated along the way. The angels are going to come in that need to come in order to give you those answers to do that. Okay, so I hope that these cards serve you well, and that October will be a month of some fun-moving things, as well as some risks that you're going to have to start taking in life, or you're just going to be in the same spot you've always been. So kudos to everybody who is on that path of wanting to make some change and feeling good about themselves and everyone around them. So yeah, happy October. Julie will be back here in 2 weeks with her oracle card reading for the rest of the month. And as always, blessings on blessings. I hope you subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff below. And yeah, let us know if you want something different, because we're already thinking of next year. And we might just do this differently. But if they serve you, let us know. We need to know, okay? And I'll see you next month. November 1st, it's going to come real soon. Take care.